So what's the moral of the story here? If you're a cheater that cheats with another cheater, shouldn't be surprised when they cheat.
Someone brought you out of your marriage, you are thinking they will be loyal to you. They don't clearly care about what covenants mean. So why do you expect them to be loyal? I would say go and cry. Go and cry a river. That's your problem.
Girlie, who said she was lured out of a great marriage and then got cheated on, made a 7-minute long story time on what happened. And in response to some of the backlash that she's been getting, I watched it so you don't have to. She was 19 when she got married to her ex-husband because she got pregnant and her mom forced it upon her. She was crazy in love with this guy. They were best friends. They were high school sweethearts. He was the breadwinner. They had a great marriage and a happy family, but then he started getting laid off by his jobs and it was unstable. So then they were living paycheck to paycheck. And she says there were single men around her all the time, which she didn't fall into, which is wild to say because duh, there are single people around all of the time. She's saying that as if it's like a, oh, look at me staying faithful, as if it's that hard. She said that she didn't know what it meant to take vows. She was miserable and basically admitted to playing in his face for a while. She said that she started going to work again and then she felt resentment towards her husband. And then this guy at her new job would not stop flirting with her. She said that he was tall, dark, and handsome and that he never left her alone and would text her a lot, and then he just became irresistible. Yes, she used the word irresistible. She went out with that guy in a group, alcohol was involved, and not good stuff happened. Her ex-husband had found receipts that belonged to the guy in her car, and then he found out that they were texting a lot, so then they get a divorce. She moves in with the guy that she cheated with, and then everything went downhill. She was drinking too much alcohol. No one in her life liked the new guy, obviously. She says that it was the worst of times, and that guy still tries to come into her life now, even though they are done. She says that she takes accountability, but like she doesn't, because she still asserts basically in her story that she was lured by this irresistible guy and just admitted to cheating on her husband because they were going through hard times financially.
I still don't get what goes through your mind when you're thinking the new guy will be better just because you're having a financial issue. Marriages are hard. I don't understand why people always look for ways out. You being faithful and not taking advances from other people around doesn't make you better. Doesn't mean you are suffering. It means you are a wife. People just need to learn to be content where they are. You got pregnant early and the guy stood by you, and now you are all of a sudden having financial issues and you are here gallivanting with an irresistible guy. There's no such thing as irresistible guy. It's the guy that you accommodated his advances. That's what just happened.
First of all, we need backstory on both exes before all of you judge me. I have gotten the worst comments I've ever experienced, but hey, whatever. Also, like, I don't know where your guys' anger comes from, because if you like speak to strangers this way, like, how are you speaking to people in your own life? Like, y'all get to say I'm a whore and I'm this, a cheat. I admit I cheated. Yes, fine. I didn't say I didn't. I never asked for sympathy, never asked for any nothing. I accept responsibility, okay? What don't you guys understand? The ex stopped working. Stopped working.
You accept responsibility. What does that mean? Are you saying I acknowledge that I cheated, or I acknowledge what I did was wrong? They are two different things. You don't just accept responsibility without either, I don't know, endorsing or rejecting whatever you did. You can't just up and say,
okay? Stopped working. Stopped providing for his family. I started resenting him so much. I didn't even want to be around him. I didn't even have respect for him anymore. I'm a very hard worker. I've always worked 2 jobs. I just was not going to have a man-child. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. I will never take care of it. And that's why I broke up with my ex, because he just wanted me to pay for everything. So this is why I have exes. I choose wrong, okay? Clearly. Say hello to Vinny. Don't be mean to the dogs. Also, the people that took my video and like monopolized on it, basically, you're welcome. Y'all a bunch of haters, man. Hate from Kenya, hate from Georgia, hate from Texas, hate for someone you don't even know that is admitting that she cheated and got lured out of a marriage. Like, you know bits and pieces, and you know nothing. Like, you know nothing. This situation is huge comparative to the small little sentence that you read and all of the destructive words and meanness. This is not that kind of a platform.
I don't understand why people put their business on the internet and the people on the internet then respond, and you are then complaining. What do you think will happen when you put your business on the internet? Why don't you keep your business private? If you didn't want people on the internet to criticize you, why put it on the internet? Like me, sometimes when I put some comments some places and they blast me, I don't then say they are haters. I will respond to them based on what they said. And I will not take any personal issue with it. Even if they insult me, I won't take it personal. I am the one contributing to the conversation. And that is it. And you put your video out there and people criticize you and you say they are haters. I'm very sure what she's calling haters is just people holding her to the standard that she doesn't want to hold herself, which is you left your marriage because the guy, quote unquote, is not working. Okay, she made some clarification, and let's give her the benefit of the doubt that the guy stopped working. Is that enough justification for you to cheat? Do you not owe him the love of at least fighting it out? Tell him his faults and you people work it out. But if you ask me, I guess the only issue here is that he probably was not, either he was having a hard time and he wasn't doing what she wanted, and she has classified it as he's not working and I don't want to provide for him. I doubt that man just folded his hand and didn't provide any single thing. I doubt it. Again, I'll have to take her word for it because she's the only source of truth I have here.
And what about the boyfriend ex? He is with a girl right now trying to get with me. I had to stop him. What about her?
How do you expect this quote-unquote boyfriend guy to be normal? He took you out of a relationship, out of a marriage. Why? He wanted free sex. Now that you're out of the marriage, he doesn't want anything serious. What he has wanted is what he has always wanted: free sex. It doesn't make you special. It doesn't make you wonderful and wow. He just sees you as an opportunity to get himself off, and that's what you should recognize. Not that you are some special person and he is the only irresponsible person here. You both are both irresponsible.
You guys don't give a shit. You don't care. You just think it's me. It's not. Yes, I contributed. Yes, I contribute. I did it. I did what I did. I cheated. Yes. I don't want to be.
You're saying you cheated doesn't make it good. Is it bad? The thing you did, was it bad? Was it shameful? If it is not, you telling us you cheated is just a stupid statement.
Arguing with you guys. I just posted something. I'm just out here trying to be on social media, not trying to hurt people. I'm not commenting negatively. I can't believe the meanness. Like, I'm not mean at all. And what happened was how
do you put something like that outside and you expect everybody to come out and be clapping for you? Wow, wonderful, wonderful. Is that what you expect? The internet is a very vile place. You don't put things out there and expect only one type of response. Even this channel, sometimes I put content out there and people comment, and sometimes people comment things that I don't even understand what they mean, or have they chosen all aspects to misrepresent me? I just give them grace and move on. Let me put content online now. I cannot control who comments. I cannot control what sentiment they have. They will not have my mind, my own worldview. They will not have my own sentiment or whatever. They will respond their own way, and I cannot be angry that how are you not responding in the way that I want you to respond. Let me burn them.
Catastrophic event in my life. It was a decision I made, and I live with the repercussions, okay? It doesn't mean I'm a dirty whore. It doesn't mean that I deserve to be raped by two people, is what some other guy told me. Y'all are nuts.
And people who are leaving threats online or wishing evil online on people, please don't do that. It doesn't help. Just say what you need to say. If you need to scold her, scold her. Don't wish evil upon her, and move on. If you're enjoying this video, please leave me a like, share the video if you are enjoying it so far, and subscribe. We need your support. It's small for you, but it's a huge thing for us. Just a button away. Click it.
Just how much I can. Me and the ex-husband got married at 19. We were together for 11 years. We had a child that was 11 at the time, and we grew apart, and I had resentment against him. There were other contributing things I don't really need to discuss on here. So he was not Mr. Picture Perfect. Oh, she left her husband, and he was the greatest man alive. No, the fuck he wasn't. No, the fuck he wasn't. So interesting is
I'm a little confused here. You said it was a good marriage. Now you are telling us he wasn't perfect. In which world is any marriage perfect? Now you are more or less scraping the barrel. There's nobody that will be in a relationship with another person that they will not have issues with them. It is impossible. So you trying to scrape the bad side of the man when the man is not here to defend himself is kind of childish. You said it was a good marriage. We didn't force that word out of your mouth. You said it was a good marriage. So taking his faults to then exemplify him or represent him. That's very unfair. Very, very unfair.
Most of these horrible comments are coming from men. Y'all been hurt and you're pissed. I'm not the girl to be pissed at. I didn't cheat on you, okay? I dealt with my problems, okay? Now I want to be friends.
Apparently, it's men that understand the pain more, and you are not even taking the time to learn how your ex-husband feels. Who do you think will understand what your ex-husband is going through? Women or men? It's definitely men. And you are not taking time to read their comments and properly understand it.
Friends, I want people to be nice. I'm nice. Can we be nice?
You being nice doesn't excuse you from being scolded. You're a very naughty woman. Sorry about that, but you are naughty.
Also, when it comes to the whole 20-80 rule that only 20% of men are wanted by 80% of women, and how y'all don't get any matches and don't get any dates through dating apps, I'm assuming this rule applies to women that are 25 and younger, right? Because you've told us that no one's going to want us once we're over 25, once we're over 30. So I'm assuming that the dating pool that you're drawing from is only women that, let's say, are under the age of 30. So it would make sense then that only 80% or that 80% of women under 30 would only want 20% of men, because you're drawing from a smaller pool. There's much less women, if we're looking at the grand scheme of things, that are under the age of 30. But if we're looking at all women, including the women that are over the age of 30, then it sounds like people do want us over the age of 30, and you guys are the ones who have trouble getting women to want you regardless of what age you are. You see how no matter what argument we use here, there's always a fallacy within it, because there is an inevitable and inescapable truth in all of these arguments, and it's the truth that you guys do not want to accept. Men have been able to get women in the past because they have used coercion and violence and control. Now that those kinds of tools are not as applicable in today's dating market, and women have the ability to provide for themselves, and they have the ability to abstain from getting married and having children, y'all are having an issue dating, because we no longer have to be forced to be with you. That's the truth. So you're going to have to step up and provide more to the dating market if you want a partner. That's just it.
I guess my question is, what does it mean to provide more in the context of a 25-year-old? Should he go and rob the bank, or should he abandon all the benefits he's supposed to be getting as a man in order for the woman to be okay? I'm not sure I understand her that well. She's talking about the 80-20 rule. I'm not sure I even understand the 80-20 rule. 80% of people get the benefits, rather don't get the benefit, and 20% get the benefit. So many things about 80-20 rules, so many rules. She's conflating two different things. Guys saying that the general sentiment that men will generally want women that are less than 30 years old. It's not a prescription. It's just like, here is a river, there's crocodiles there. Tread carefully and know what to bring with you so that you can survive the journey. One of the above. Do something. Don't go blindly. That is it. A woman that is below 30 is more fertile than a woman that is above 30. A woman that is below 30 has less experience than a woman that is above 30. A woman that is below 30 will most likely not judge you based on her track record of people that she has been with. A woman in her lower than 30 will be more gracious to you and want to grow with you as a man. There's many things that she hasn't experienced that you would like to experience with her. So that's one thing. But then the other thing of 80% of women only look for the 20% of guys. We don't mix those two together. Is it true? Yes, it is true. Where in this modernity, we have many ladies that will not entertain a guy that is not a millionaire. How many millionaires are there? There are not many. So it's not an issue guys should fix. It's an issue women should fix. So when we start conflating these two things or mishmashing them, there will always be problem. The main thing is, guys know this truth. What do we do to navigate it? Find reasonable women. If we see a reasonable woman that is above 30, we will marry. Doesn't stop us. But we deceiving ourselves that that woman over 30 is as hot, or when I say hot, not like this, I mean like in high demand like the woman that is below 30, and the woman that's above 30 is making more demands from you than the lady that is below 30. Which one would you then go and suffer yourself? If it's madness, if I'm supposed to get madness from below and above, I'd rather go and take that madness from below. That's the whole issue, because the below one is more valuable. It doesn't mean that the one above is worthless. No, if the one above 30 gels with me better than the one below 30, I will definitely go with the one over 30. It's not a huge issue. But if the two of them are equally crazy, I would rather just go for the one below 30. That is it. In her own case, where she's trying to tell us to step up and increase our ability, whatever that ability is, I don't know. Whatever I think we need to do, I don't know. If the demand from me, from the one that is above 30, is higher than the one that is below 30, I'm definitely going to pick the one below 30. Maybe I'm just the one that don't understand this lady. We make simple things too complex. I guess I don't understand her. So guys finding it hard to date still falls on whether the women that is around him, whether young or old, are they treating him normally, or is every woman still looking for the millionaire or the 6-foot guy or the most charismatic guy that can wow them off their feet? All of these things is something that we all have to look into and judge.
I just needed to get pissed on. I cheated on one of my partners, and that's bad, but I feel that he deserved it, and I'm always really glad that I did it.
Was it your exit strategy?
Yeah. In this relationship, we were done. I had asked him to leave. And especially as a single mother, people were like, oh, he left you. And I was like, no, I begged him to leave for a long time. Isn't it funny that a lot of men won't respect that choice like they will respect another man's property? So once another man comes into the picture, then they go, oh.
This tree has been pissed on by somebody else.
Yeah.
Just like dogs.
I just needed to get pissed on. It felt awful at the time, and I had so much guilt. And you never want to hurt someone else intentionally. But looking back at the big picture, as you say, nobody knows what's gone on for the 10 years or the 5 years, the 2 years or whatever it may be.
Men do it often, and then it's like, oh, awful for the woman. She's a victim of that. And then when a woman does it, she is literally the devil.
Yeah.
But it's like, you've tried a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I love my husband, but I don't trust my husband. And he knows that. Every man is one stupid mistake away from exploding his whole life.
Don't you think that every woman is also one stupid mistake?
I think we cheat, but we meant to do it. Like, we'll have premeditated affairs. We've already been in love with him for 18 months. I think a respectable husband and father can leave the house one day with good intentions.
And meet a brand new person they didn't know existed.
Slip into a sex worker, like, I just don't trust them, any of them.
Interesting.
I think 20 years from now, having a will qualify you for disability insurance. I'm in a good marriage. I don't know how I landed on that. And I tell people I'm in my 5th and final year of marriage. My husband goes, are you? Yeah, maybe.
Has he ever betrayed you?
When we were younger, he did. So he was my high school boyfriend.
Yeah.
And he split up with me at the prom.
Oh.
And I didn't even think someone could break your heart whilst you were wearing a tiara, but he did it to the song Lady in Red. And
what an asshole.
He kissed other girls. He was a child, he was like 17.
It's forever.
But I do believe, I haven't let him forget.
As I was listening to them, I became dumber or confused, or I'm just tired. I don't know what's going on here. She tried to get her husband off her, as in to stop chasing after her, but cheated. Is that what she's saying? And is she more or less mocking the husband for still pursuing? I don't understand. What did this man do that he's treated this bad? I think the other lady called him a dog. It's only until another person had pissed on her and claimed her as a territory, that's when he backed off. If he was the husband, what would he have done? Not fight for his... I'm not saying he should grovel, but he shouldn't fight for his wife or for his marriage. Maybe it's all these liberal women that call marriage his partner. Rather their husband partners. Please, if you are married, don't call your husband partner, and if you are a man, don't call your wife partner. That is not right. Just call them husband or wife. Don't use the common horrible language. Well, I have really nothing to say here. You people have a casual relationship and there's no real statement to say this relationship is over. It's more like don't talk to me again kind of thing. And I don't know the rules that go with all of this madness. Anyhow, it's not like my usual videos, but if you watch this video to the end, thank you. and I will see you guys and gals in another one. Please, in case I missed anything, please leave it in the comments below. Thank you. See you in the next one. Bye bye.